Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I am documenting another exciting day in the life of a DoorDash delivery driver, and today is Monday, August 18th, 2025. I wanted to mention again that this coming weekend I am going to be off. There's a chance we may do a little bit of dashing, but I want to try to set myself up to where we don't have to. We're going out of town um, to my wife's hometown. So my plan was for today and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to not stop, or like sometimes I'll stop early around 12:30, something like that, if I have $150. Well, I planned on working until at least around 2 every day, and then go above goal each day, and then that way I don't have to worry about missing 2 days. Um, so anyway, I logged in at just after 6 o'clock. Took 15 minutes or so to get my first order. $23, 19 miles. TJ's and the Meyer is only 2 items, so I went ahead and took this. And then I might have already picked up the TJ's. I can't remember for sure, but when I got this add-on, 725, 5 items, less than a mile added on. So yeah, of course. And then drop off 10 minutes later. I drop off the TJ's and then head to Meyer. Okay. So get to Meyer 7 minutes later. The the original customer was just 2 ink cartridges, and I was a little bit worried that maybe these would have security devices or locked up in a case or something, but they weren't. The This was the Meyer brand cartridges. The HP were in security cases, but not the Meyer brand, so that was cool. And there you see 4 of the 5 items for the other customer. Had this shopped in 6 minutes. And this was, okay, so this first customer, this was the cartridge customer. So it was in the instructions to leave it on the front porch and hide the order. I'm like, okay, this sounds kind of strange, but and then as I'm approaching the house and about ready to park, then she sends a message in the chat. Same thing, please tuck the order on the front porch, hide it so it doesn't get stolen. And I don't know, I thought this was kind of strange, but my wife, I was telling her the story. She brought up a good point. She said, it sounds like the customer wasn't home. So that's why. They were probably away somewhere else and weren't going to be back until later. And that's why all of this. And that's probably what it was. But there's like off to the side of the door, there was a plant in a pot sitting there, and I just kind of set it behind that. So that delivered at 7:13, and then the other order at 7:14. So there's the 11.50 from DoorDash, 2.92 and an 8.75 tip. And then the 7:25 delivered, what, just 4 minutes later. That customer was less than a mile, like it said in that offer. 225 and a $5 tip. So I started all this at 6:17. So okay, it was exactly 1 hour. I made over $30. Great. So that's got off to a really good start here. And then let's see, $3 Tim Hortons decline. Um, Nine. I went ahead and took this $9 4.6 mile Giant Eagle. And So this is the kind of like the subject story of the video. So I only found three items. I did not find the waffles. I didn't even see that brand at all. Nothing in that brand. Didn't even see like shelf positions. Nothing. Okay, so I finish at 7:50, so 7 minute shop, and you see here I refunded the waffles. I've talked about this last couple dashes and in my recap videos. If the option is there to refund it, I'm gonna start more and more. I'm just gonna start taking that option. If the because the way I look at it, if the customers didn't select substitutions when placing the order and chose this option instead, then I'm gonna go with what they chose. I mean, I don't know. Maybe other dashers have a different outlook on it. I don't know. So 7:50, I pay and check out and leave the store. Okay. The 7:58 is when I'm getting to. I think I'm parked at the and ready to deliver, and so I don't see this message until then from the customer. Hi, I'm sorry, are there any other gluten-free waffles? I tried to pick a replacement when I ordered, but it kept freezing. So they sent this at 4 minutes before here. So 7:54 is when she sent that. I was done at 7:50. So this was, and then I checked out. So this is probably like 2 or 3 minutes, like as I was getting into my car and leaving, is when she sent that message. But yeah, that's 2 days in a row now where I've had a customer say that after I've started shopping the order, they've tried to get on there and add substitutions, and the app is not letting them. And in this customer's case, she's saying the app is freezing on her. So yeah, so 2 days in a row. So I hopefully DoorDash gets that straightened out, because that could continue to be a real issue and a headache. If I have to start if we have to start kind of like messing with this like every single day. So just before starting this video, I sent an email to my contacts at DoorDash and said, hey, I got this issue, 2 days in a row, and explained it. And I said, if you could forward this email on to the appropriate team, if they could take a look at this, and, we'll see what they say. But, yeah, I felt kind of bad about that, but I don't know. And delivered at 7:58, so that was 25 minutes for the $9, 5.50 and 3.50. Let's see, upside down tropical smoothie. Taking that to downtown? I don't think so. And then did I? Yeah, I took this 11.50 10 mile Meyer. I took it because it's only three items and it's all staying in zone. So why not? Okay. And Code Red bottles and 2 packages of cough drops. And I can't believe that this just took 3 minutes. I always take so this 8:19 screenshot, I take this as when I'm parked and getting out of my car. So folks, when I'm telling you I speed walk and sometimes run inside the stores, okay, 3 minutes, that was getting to the front doors, walking across the front of the store, because only at this time only one set of doors is open. They don't open the GM doors until about 9. So I walked in the grocery doors, walk the whole length of the front of the store to get to HBC, get the cough drops, then walk clear to the back and the opposite side of the store, catty corner all the way across the store to get to the Mountain Dew. Then I come up from the back of the store to the front of the store I take that back. After I after I got the Mountain Dew, that's when I would have took that screenshot. But still, 3 minutes to walk from my car to the front of the store to HBC, get that, and then to that back corner at 3 minutes. I mean, anyway. And delivered at 8:40. So what is that? 31 minutes for 11.50. That's pretty good. 8.50 and a $3 tip. All right, and then a customer added a $2 tip to that. So appreciate it. Thank you very much. And then I went ahead and took this $26, 14 miles, absolutely. Here you see I got one thing in HBC, and then the rest of this is grocery. Got a couple watermelons, but those are the small ones. And had this shopped in just 12 minutes. Did have the one substitution here on the Tide Pods. I didn't see anything at all that was 42 count anywhere on the shelves. And delivered at $9.39. So $16 and a $10 tip. So what was that? That was 47 minutes, 26 bucks. That's okay. That works. Okay. And then here's another good one. $22, only 9 miles. 17 items, absolutely. Okay. 4 energy drinks. Got these, these are just chicken packets. Easy. Did have the one, brush from HBC. That was easy to find. Yeah, this was easy. I don't think there's any substitutions on that. With just a 12-minute shop for 17 items. So, and then extra tip added on this as well. So there you see the extra dollar. So this was $23, $9.50 and a $13.50 tip in just over a half hour. 37 minutes, 23 bucks. I'll take it. And then she also messaged me as well. I think that's the next screenshot here. Yeah, she said, thanks so much. I added your tip. And I said, thank you. Have a nice day. So that was nice. This was a decline, not going near downtown for, for just 13 bucks. Anybody interested in picking up from 2 restaurants and going 8 miles to make $6? So I wasn't interested. And then I think I took this. No, I did not take that. $8.75 2-mile Giant Eagle. I don't know. Maybe I looked at the items and didn't like what the item count was. I'm not really sure, but anyway. Anyway, I'll go ahead and stop this video here. I'll do a part 2, a second video where I finish the rest of the dash here. That'll be a members only video, including the story of the attack of the watermelons. So, and I live to tell the story, or I'm about to tell the story as soon as I shut this down. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. As always, be sure to drive safe out there, and we'll do this all again tomorrow. Thanks again.